Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. So it's been a couple of big weeks for me. I've been doing a lot of work on the framework and it's at a pretty good place now. I think we're ready to distribute it basically. We're in the next couple of weeks. So if you guys want to make an app or a program in Java, my framework will be available really soon. And I've just spent the last couple of weeks setting up a whole bunch of systems to make things really easy for development. Like one example is sprite folders. Which is not attached because we're looking at a game. Right, so let's look at the actual library. Select the wrong one. Warped sprite folder down here. So this class here, which I took a couple of days getting set up. There was a few little nuts and bolts that needed to get worked out, but this Christmas is coming basically allows us that when we create our game, so this is the declaration for my Christmas is coming game that I'm working on, where we load here in the load function, you just make a folder and you declare the location of that folder relative to your project, and then you pass in a type, and then it will link and match all these types with the images that you loaded or the audio files or the animations or whatever. And then when you want to access those resources later, you get full code assist with the types. So for example, to get a sprite, I just call like sprites get sheet, and then I pass in I've set up here, so I use sprite type, and then you get to declare all these when you make your folder. So sprite type. And then, if you forget, I'm looking for biscuits. So you get a full list of all the types that you have in every one, which just, I personally really like Code Assist, and getting this to work with Code Assist was a bit of a challenge, but it's there now, and it works really well. Assemblies, this is all stuff that I'm also gonna make a small tutorial series. We're gonna make another game, a separate small game, maybe like Flappy Birds or something like that, like a clone. And I'll basically just show you guys how the framework works and how you can make applications and, assign mouse events to buttons and all that sort of fun stuff. But yeah, in terms of performance, I made some really big improvements. I'll just open the game here. I don't have an old build that I can show you right now, but if we just jump into like a game here and I bring up the task manager, you guys can see here is our app, and we're using 6.4% of the CPU and just under 800 meg of RAM. So before, to render just this scene was using 30% of the CPU without stuff even, I think it was maybe like 25. I'll turn the volume down. And then when I spawned in, or just spawned a ton of waves in, yeah, this would be like running at 30%. So we've got a much bigger improvement in our efficiency of our game. Also, there used to be a small amount of lag generated when you would repath these guys. But as you can see, that basically does not exist anymore. So you can just like force them to recreate paths all the time, and it just handles it. It's fine. Doesn't even cause lag. So that's pretty cool. And you can look here. We're using under 2 gig of RAM. And we've got a lot going on. A lot of guys, a lot of spawning things, a lot of projectiles, a lot of things being removed. So yeah, the framework is working much better than it ever has, and it's easier to use than it ever has been. So that's funny, these two towers. These are supposed to get closed when you open this. I haven't set that up yet, like how those mobs get closed. But these towers look like its eyes. Oh dear. All right. Anyway, so I think that's kind of all I've got this week for you guys. Just a quick update. So I've got a lot to do. The Christmas is coming is getting released soon. So I've got a lot to finish off on that. Now that the framework's done, I can knock that out. And then once that is sort of up and coming and a bit closer to release, so maybe next week, I'm going to start this series on like a series of tutorials, basically, like I said, showing you guys how to use the framework. So if anyone's interested, that will be available. And yeah, that'll be cool. I'd love to see if someone else makes a cool game or something with my framework. That'd be amazing. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next update. All right, bye now.